thrifting ain't easy, unless you're watching me. Welcome back. You're watching the Thrift Store Rundown, bringing Hollywood home on a budget. And all this week, we're helping your kids become Kitchen Kiddo Commanders, making mealtime not only more fun, but more scrumptious. After all, it's the home kitchen where all the real home economics begin for youngsters. You remember back in the beginning of the year when I introduced Waffles and Mochi to the channel through their Follow That Food cookbook? Actually, it's not a cookbook, it was just a regular kids' picture book that chronicled the origins of all the ingredients needed to make pizza. Really, it was the League of Nations on pizza dough. Come to think of it, League of Nations pizza probably wouldn't sound too appealing in the land of frozen food, which is their home, where almost every food they find is, you guessed it, frozen. So after a deep freeze on this channel, we thawed out another one, which, unsurprisingly, is their very own cookbook. It's about time. Waffles and Mochi get cooking. In here, you'll learn how to cook tomato candy pasta, ratatouille, a ratatouille that you and anyone else serving it would be proud to savor, inspired by one of my favorite Disney Pixar movies, obviously, and other tasty recipes. The vast majority of them conceived by Yewande Komolafe, a New York Times best-selling food columnist and cookbook author. This also includes a foreword by, yes, that Michelle Obama, not only executive producer through her and her husband's Higher Ground Productions banner for this 5-time Emmy-nominated series, but also the proprietor of her very own grocery store, which is Waffles and Mochi's escape to learn all about where food really comes from and how to put it all together in fresh, fun, and delicious ways, with a plateful and a half of global influence, as you'll see throughout. The recipes are divided into these chapters, which mirror the episodes from the first and only season of the show. Tomato, salt, potato, pickles, rice, egg, herbs and spices, corn, mushroom, and water. The most important ingredient, not just in cooking, but in life. Let's get started with this tenacious tomato salad. Even though they say that tomatoes are hard to find, I say they lead a double life. The U.S. Supreme Court in 1883 ruled that they are a vegetable, but technically they're a fruit because they have seeds. However you define them, you're certain to find this delicious. This will serve 4 and take you 20 minutes to do, and shines best when tomatoes are at the peak of perfection in the summer. Otherwise, best of luck finding the fresh ones out of summer. Here's a section on meeting your taste buds. These taste buds are sweet, salty, sour, bitter, and umami, with accompanying descriptions. All 5 of them working together to give you a world of flavors in your mouth. You'll also get Waffles and Mochi's pals, Selfie and Magicart, and others, helping to make your experience with food a lot more pleasurable, interesting, and knowledgeable. Like here, Selfie's Guide to Grocery Shopping. How to navigate aisles of the supermarket your parents are familiar with, but you might not be. And to make the adventure fun. Anyway, moving on back to the recipes. As I said before, you're gonna get a plate and a half bowl, or in this case a bowl full, of global influence. All sorts of worldly vibes that one would come to expect from a Netflix kids cooking series, more than any other broadcast cable or streaming network that would go the extra mile to help develop a kids cooking series. This is your Delicioso stew, developed by Waffles and Mochi's chef pal, Pierre Leon. This will serve 4 and take you an hour to do. This has some Peruvian influence, but really, it's all in the name, Delicioso, for kids of all ages. Which of course reflects a good chunk of the recipes in here. They really do go beyond standard kids fare and upgrade them with so much global influence while still trying to find a way to make them all stay grounded for your youngsters' taste buds. This is kimchi grilled cheese, another fine example. And in the be flexible section, being flexible means that you can add your very own twists and turns to these recipes to make them taste your own way. This, by the way, serves 2 and will take you 15 minutes to do. A classic kid staple, leveled up. Next up, Mochi Spice Cake, which, believe it or not, is in the rice section. But you won't find any actual rice in here. Rice Krispie Treats and rice pudding are one thing, really 2 things, and they're not in here. Any other sweet application for rice to be used will probably be a little bizarre, but this actually uses rice flour to make it somewhat healthy for you. Then again, it is a spiced cake, which will take you 90 minutes with time for cooling. We also have here Magicart's Guide to Rice Around the World. Different types of rice you'll find in different countries, such as fried rice in China, loco moco in Hawaii, which is somewhat of a breakfast like this, with a hamburger and a fried egg, a breakfast brunch type thing in Hawaii. There's biryani in India, there's kedagui in England, and, as I mentioned, rice pudding in Sweden. Next up, tortellini soup. Now this has some Italian influence, courtesy of Massimo Bottura, one of the most famous chefs in the world. This tortellini soup, which I have to say is one of the more conventional recipes featured in here, will serve 4 and take you half an hour to do. You'll learn certain origins of certain recipes, and again, that global influence applies here, and how they work alongside your taste buds so that they really develop the flavors once it's all said and devoured. Next, Pop a la Corn, the classic movie night treat, once again upgraded and spiced up, with such offerings as lime zest and sea salt, and even, if you're daring, cayenne pepper. Or seasoned salts, which you can find on pages 33 and 31. Here we have creamy grits with jammy eggs, which will serve 4 and once again take you half an hour to do. This is in the corn section. Corn is delicious fresh, but also great to eat once it's dried and then boiled in water to make grits. Grits, for the most part, is a southern staple, but Chef Massimo Bailey adds some global influence in here, teaching Waffles and Mochi how to make grits with jammy eggs. We got some meaty mushroom quesadillas here. These are vegetarian quesadillas, which will serve 6 to 8 and take you 35 minutes. Yes, they're even catering to the vegetarian crowd. Alright, Waffles and Mochi, you got your audience down pat, even though I'm not a vegetarian. Last recipe to highlight here is chicken sancocho. Certainly quite popular in the Dominican Republic, namely Panama, Ecuador, Colombia, Puerto Rico, and the Dominican Republic. One taste of this, and you just might feel back home if you're of descent in either of these places. This serves 6 to 8, and will take you 50 minutes to an hour to do. Also coming with a recipe for homemade sofrito, which is one of the flavorful foundations for this recipe. And even if you're not from any of these places, it certainly does help to broaden your taste buds beyond the US, as, one more time, the global influence certainly shines throughout this cookbook. As does the fun around the dinner table, with these silly conversation starters. The best thing about eating is the food you get to taste. The second best thing is spending time with the people who join you. So try out these silly conversation starters to start a lively discussion around the table. You can ask one of these 6 questions. What is your favorite meal of the day? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, or when someone spills something on the floor? The 5-second rule counts. From Earth to Mars, how far would you fly for your favorite dish? What food will you fill a swimming pool with? Would you eat it or swim in it? Would you rather be a helpful honeybee or a hungry ladybug in Mrs. O's garden? Colorfully and meticulously designed, well photographed. Plenty of nice food photographs, plenty of nice portrait photographs, including Mrs. O, Waffles and Mochi with the rest of their chef pals, a couple of them, including Chef Jose Andreas, who's, by the way, the chicken sancocho recipe was inspired by. He also contributes gazpacho in here. So there you go. To cook like a real chef, you need just a few ingredients. 2 best friends, Waffles and Mochi, which, as I said in the Follow That Food Cookbook, sounds a little bizarre on paper. But hey, leave it up to them to actually put their money where their mouths were. and condense this world of flavors between two hardcovers the way these besties see it. Anyway, get them, a cup of love, a sprinkle of curiosity, and half a dash of courage, and you get this Clarkson Potter publication. Which, by the way, I purchased from Unique Thrift Store for $3.29. And all in all, receives the usual 4.5 out of 5 claps. I'm not waffling around when I wish you Mochi success, utilizing Waffles and Mochi. Get cooking. Stay safe, stay scrumptious, and here's what's on the docket for Wednesday. Our taste-along is now about to take a detour to Latin America, specifically Gabby's Latin American Kitchen, which technically would be in Jersey City, New Jersey.
Hello guys, it's David Romero. I'm gonna be famous.
It's time to play Name That Riddle!
I'll give you a second, Riddle.
This is serious. This is serious.
Remember, 3 chances, okay?
This is serious. This is for the card. If not, he gets the card.
It has keys, but no locks. It has space, but no room. You can enter, but can't go inside. What is it?
I think I know what it is. So I'm not gonna. I think I know what it is.
Empty space. Garage.
Uh-oh.
Man, I'm not gonna botch this because I'm not good at with the logic. Oh my god, I'm not good with these kind of riddles. I know you're gonna win this anyway, Zeph. Knowing you. I give in.
A keyboard.
Seriously?
That was some.
Listen, let me read this back to you one more time. It has keys, but no locks.
Oh, how the hell?
It has space, but no room.
Oh my
You
god.
can enter, but can't go inside.
How the hell do I know this? I'm terrible with riddles. Alright, Dreamer. I give in. You got it.
You lose!
Thanks for tuning in. Just so you know, there's no limit to bringing Hollywood home on a budget. Please go ahead and check out another awesome review like this one by clicking here, and make sure you subscribe by clicking here. Until next time, I'll catch you, as I always do, on the flip side.